So picking back up where we left off, what I'm gonna do is pop back in here. I'm gonna rename the bullets, gonna rename the clasps. I'm gonna get rid of all my reference images except for the main one. Clean up all the not images, meshes that didn't get used. So now I'm feeling a little bit more emboldened, right? Okay, so maybe I don't know what his jaw exactly should look like, how it connects to the rest of his head yet, but what I do know how to model is a goddamn gas mask cylinder. Very easy, very simple shapes. They're not very organic. There's a lot you can do with them. They're kind of fun, honestly. So here you see me slicing the cylinder up into quadrants. I'm fixing the vertices so that it still has the outside faces. Um, I'm pretty sure booleans get fucked up anytime you use a mirror modifier, so I'm probably gonna have to clean that up later as well. Yeah, that's exactly what I did. So for whatever reason, booleans, that's how you can cut parts out of a mesh using another mesh. I don't know why, but the mirror modifier just gets them fucked up. Here you can see me doing that little divot, trying to give some texture to the gas mask filter itself. Okay, a little stubby so far. Let me get that reference image up. See, I'm not going perfectly for realism either, but what I do want is, I don't know, like that fun dance between fantasy and reality. Keep shit realistic enough to the point where the subversions you create are interesting aesthetically. Really, I'm just carving shit out. Pulling up another reference image. Because I got one of these, so I'm trying to. Honestly, I could have just put it out of the fucking bag, but it's nicer to just have it actually up there within the viewport. Turning the circle into a cylinder to try to make the next boolean a little bit more easy on myself. Cut out that little breathing hole, a little smaller. I was thinking like, oh, what if I made it go like super deep? But that's unrealistic in an unfun way. So I figured, fuck that. There we go. Air holes cut out. Because the thing is too, it's not like he's a fucking demon. The whole like toothy horned Oni apparatus is a gas mask. Because these guys are supposed to be again like biker punk enemies, hence the Motorhead reference and shit. Um, right now I just got tired. I'll do this all the fucking time. If I make teeth in another model, if I make hands or something, I will rip those bitches clean off and I'll put them back on. I'll reuse assets. I really don't give a fuck. Call it cheating if you will. I don't care. And now it's less about like sticking to being like on model with the reference to me, as it is making the shit look nice in 3D because I don't even consider that the best art I've done of this enemy type, the Lost Johnnies. This is the one behind it was like a revision and kind of generic at that. It's just very bare minimum. It was supposed to be like an icon or some shit like that. It was back in like 2017, 18 maybe. Um, yeah, so here you see me just kind of figuring out the interplay between the teeth and the gas canisters, not gas canisters, the mask filters. Got a mirror modifier up. Now, the jaw looks like it fucking belongs somewhere. We're gonna tidy that up a little bit, right? But it's playing around the shit that you don't know how to model always teaches you how to model the shit you do want to model, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know, I can look at something and be like, ah, it doesn't look quite right. And even if I don't have the words for it, like what I'm doing with the teeth right here, I know what would look better to me. And that looks so much better already than what I had going on before. Just fiddling around trying to see where I like the filters to be placed at. Thinking about how the breathing apparatus would connect to like a mouthpiece on the inside of the mask. And part of me is like, oh, with the filters off model, here I'm ripping another tooth off a jersey to come put on the Lost Johnny. And I think part of the reason why I give up on using the tooth from Jersey is because its internal coordinates over in that little transform viewport in the top right of the main viewport For some reason, somewhere along the way, Jersey's teeth lost their XYZ rotation values. So even if it's at a crooked angle, internally Blender decided that the data is like, oh, it's perfectly oriented. Like, it's not tilted at all. And I'm not about to try to work with that. I already told you I'm real mathematically fastidious about this shit. So here I am trying to block out another tooth. Forgot to turn clipping on. That's a pain in the ass. Yeah, I think I gave up on that tooth too. That's hilarious. Yeah, fuck it. Don't make your job harder than it needs to be. I'm just gonna use the teeth that I have. It's a mask. You know what I mean? Who needs? You don't need to be like super high fidelity. Like, oh, that's not how a mouth works. You know what I mean? See, and even if I don't know how his bottom jaw connects to the rest of his head, at least I have a nice looking mouth. Like, again, like looking at the shit that I don't like, and even if I don't have words for it, just kind of moving it around until I like it. Yeah, it's a pretty apt rendition of the LJ, if I do say so. And here I was having a tizzy with this weird geometric configuration down here because I'm like, where the fuck are all these extra lines coming from? Surprise, surprise, I grabbed those front faces too by accident. Not super worried about the clipping between the jaw and the gas like tubes. Um, Nobody's gonna be looking around at that hinge of his jaw. You know what I mean? That doesn't bother me so much. Here, at this point, it was where it did bother me, I believe, because you can see me trying to be like, maybe if I go a little higher, a little lower, no. But what does bother me is I'm pretty sure there's a tooth that sticks out a little bit. Yeah.